always a trap here, right? If you're playing this map, you're playing Trapper, always put one there, because they can never avoid it. The cherry is on the sundae. Repeat, the cherry is on the sundae.
Who is
Die! Fart. I don't know what that noise was, but it was manly, wasn't it? But Nightbot makes a good point. If you are falling, oh oh balls! No! Fuck! Hey, what? A cheeky ham shank. Thank you for the follow. You go walk a techie walkaroo! You go walk a techie walkaroo! Fuck off, Torchman. Nobody gives a shit what you're doing. I'm fucking Hanzo. Jesus. People are being too kind. Fuck off. Oh, who is it? There's the there's a replacement. It's atomification! If I turn the handle clockwise, I can enter the door. By Jove, Watson, I've got it! What? I didn't know you could do that. Fucking what? Phone. Hello, TV License HQ.
Fund the BBC.
You go.
Don't tell me that I'm having a wanked out mine. Why can't the T-Rex clap? Because it's dead. Wendell, thank you very much. 3 months! The fuck is wrong with you? Don't do that! It's your boy Zumi. I'm sorry, what? Ah, disconnect. Lovely stuff. They all wanted blood. Fart. I don't know what that noise was, but it was manly, wasn't it? Oh, who is it? There's our replacement. It's atomification! My fucking vote was the one that got the Tories in. Snap. Jesus. People are being too kind. Fuck off. It's your boy Zumi. I'm sorry, what? Hello. Hello. Hi. Let me adjust myself. Hello, Chewie. How the devil are you? What timing? What excellent timing. Shall we? Shall we? Shall we do the usual bullshitting? Where we come in and we go, hi, how are we? I mean, how are we doing? Yeah. No, I was going to talk about one thing before I started streaming, which was the Next Fest on Steam. Or it was on. I don't think it's still on. If it is, it's been replaced with a Sega Mega Mix sale. No, it's still there. It's just been moved. There's a couple of games that that I've got my eye on, and I would suggest other people do. One of them's Shady Night, which is like a speedrunning night thing. It's odd. I like it. Rip Out, that might be really odd because that felt slow to me. It was very early when I was playing it. Angerfoot is hilarious. Absolutely fantastic. I can't wait till that comes out. Gloomwood, if you're a fan of Thief, good stuff. Trepang 2, if you're a fan of Fear, that looks good. Dome Keeper, that came out recently. I got that. Sulaco looks amazing. Terra Nil looks fun. Beneath Orisa looks amazing. Railbound, that came out though. Dredge, I played the demo for that last week. That was fantastic as well. How's it going? How was it going? I was considering loading up a bunch of demos, but I didn't. I played Dredge. Problem is, you don't know how long they're going to be and how they're going to affect, well, not affect your stream, whether or not they'll last on the stream. Beneath Orisa I really liked because since Slay the Spire, I've kind of enjoyed the roguelite deck building games. Out of the games or in general. For me, it depends on the person. Most potential. Okay, let's have a look. I think, again, it depends. Like, the Beneath Orisa thing is very, because it's a roguelite, it's going to get very samey. Especially if, like me, you're bad at them. Because I did play Slay the Spire a bunch. And I would usually do one round on stream. Get as far as I can. And if I died, I would switch to something else. Dredge looks fun because that's kind of story driven. I think, does the Entropy Center have... That has a demo. That kind of looks like a Portal / Stanley Parable game, but I'm just taking it from the screenshots. I added it because somebody recommended it. Railbound, yeah. Dredge, yeah. Terra Nil, yes. Sulaco's very twitchy shooty. I don't think when I'm playing a shooter, I'm full concentration on the game rather than haha, let's fart about, let's talk. You know what I mean? Gloomwood could be good. I think Gloomwood, yeah. Angerfoot also. Rip Out. I'm not sure if I kind of like that, but I'll keep my eye on it. I've got a few on the list that are there for the future. I've still got a bunch of games as well. On the other list. Do I still have the list? That's probably not even the command. Was it list show? That list. I've still got this. Raft is done. Milk Inside a Bag of Milk is a very short game. Fear the Darkness is a list on the if not got that yet, but it's on the potential list of stuff to play. Phasmo, I started for the first time on Tuesday, and I thought I'd watched people play Phasmo, and I'd been like, "Hey, that game looks easy. What are you being scared for? It's just a game. What's the big deal? It's just a game. What's the big deal?" And then I played the tutorial, and I was shitting myself. And the ghost does not even hunt you in the tutorial. Doesn't hunt you. You're just looking for it, and I was shitting it. It does atmosphere very well, that game. Kerbal Space Program. The Long Dark's on there. Edith Finch I did. Vanishing of Ethan I did. Stranded Deeps, maybe? Sorry, got to just cover my beard patch there. My beard bald patch, not even. Alan Wake, I hated. That game was pish. The Styx games are probably not for stream because apparently they're quite bad. Maybe for streamer or just uninteresting. Celeste, Darkest Dungeon, there's a bunch more that are on a different list. I've got a decent backlog of games that I should be or trying to play. L.A. Noire wasn't even on the list. Resident Evil 8 is later on in this month when we get closer to Halloween. Once L.A. Noire's done, we're starting on Resident Evil 8. Although I really want to wait for the DLC because it brings in the third-person camera, and I prefer that for some reason. Is there anything you're looking forward to? Not in terms of me streaming, I mean games in general. Right, we're waiting for L.A. Noire to start working. A way to get a kebab for preparation. Fair enough. I'll tell you what other games we've got waiting in the wings. That Milk game again, Fear of the Darkness again, Phasmo again, Stranded Deep, Relicta, Styx, Celeste, No Man's Sky. We're not playing No Man's Sky. Hydroneer is on the list, but that's early access. That's not happening yet. Planet Crafter, also early access. I don't want to stream them because I will come back to them once they're released. And if I stream them, I'm going to be like, well, I'm not playing this fucking thing again. Which I've done quite a lot with early access games. When it comes to stuff like Satisfactory, I've played that and then an update comes out and I load it up and I'm like, I can't be arsed with this. And I turn it off. Because I've gotten as far as I can be bothered. V Rising, I've not touched that since I bought it. I kind of regret buying it. Valheim, again early access. Graveyard Keeper is very long. That's a very long game. I don't think that's a dealie there. What else we got? We've got lots of stuff. I'm waiting for off streams, my own game time. I'm waiting for the Darktide game. I'm waiting for Dying Light 2 to become a normal price instead of 55 quid. Bloodlines 2. I've got it on there just so I know when it comes out and I can go, okay, now's time to look at reviews. You know, I don't put stuff on my wish list because I want it. I put it up there because I'm following it, and the follow function on Steam is a bit rubbish. Oh, and then you've got all the free stuff on Epic. Rocket League has been my go-to between story type games this year. Fair enough. What's my go-to? I've been playing Deep Rock Galactic on and off because I never touched it after I got it in a bundle and I didn't touch it for ages, and then I played it. What else have we played recently? I've been in the Overwatch 2 stuff. I don't know what I think about it. It's kind of a game that I started when I started playing Overwatch. When it came out, I would spend a lot of time in it. I'd play it and 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 I'd keep playing it. Even when I was angry, I'd play it. at the game. I'd play it, I'd keep playing. And then I just, you know what, I'm not enjoying this, quit out. And then I would go in for a couple of games and I would leave and then I would leave. And I'd be fine with that. And I've kind of done the same with Overwatch 2. Just nip in for a couple of games. When I start getting annoyed, I'm done. If I get annoyed. There's no guarantee I'll get annoyed. What else have we got on the Steam list? Domekeeper, been playing that. Dead Poly, that's early access, but it's... I've heard some pretty scummy things, needing a mobile contract in US to register your account and paywalling heroes. Yes, they've U-turned on the mobile contract thing in America. They've changed their mind on that. And the hero, as I understand it, is on the battle pass, right? You unlock that hero at level 55 on the battle pass. But it's for, you unlock it for competitive. For quick play, they are unlocked fine, I think. And it's just the one. I think they're testing the waters now. I think what they're doing is they are kind of putting forward a really bad system and going, okay, we'll see how everybody reacts to this, and when we put in the normal system, everybody will be fine with it, regardless of how it is actually quite still bad. Because it's still Activision Blizzard at the end of the day, isn't it? It's still Activision. It's still. I'll have. You got any cash? You got any cash? This cash? No, that's that cash. That cash is reserved for hot dogs. You can't have any of that cash. But have you got any extra cash? And the game was supposed to release with the PvE and a whole new host of characters and new maps and everything. And you look at what they've done, and you're like, this is still Overwatch. This is the same game. From my perspective, maybe they've overhauled the engine, but there's no reason they couldn't have released these heroes on the engine. They've dialed back stuff like post-game chat. You can't post-game chat anymore. It's really awkward to find your play of the games, or the achievements, or your level. They've got rid of looking for groups as well. I don't mind the gameplay changes. The one tank is kind of makes sense. It's a lot less of a shield shooting game. Hello, Haribo. How the devil are you? I was just complaining about games. I'll complain about anything, me. To be fair, since they announced it, I've probably been complaining about it. It's taken ages, come on, and they deliver this. It's like, hey, I'm going to make you some really good food, okay? I'm going to make you some really, really good food. I'm still making that food. A couple of weeks later. No, it's still, I've got the ingredients. I'm going to make you the food. Oh, the food? Yeah, I've totally been doing the food, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yep, doing the food. And then you get toast. Here's the food, toast. You built this up to be quite amazing. You were getting ingredients. You serve toast. And it's quite clearly fucking Warburton's. Thank you. I stole that from somebody else on Stream Elements. If I could figure out how to share it, I can send it to you. Warburton's isn't the worst. I don't like it because it's wax paper, and whenever you pick it up, somebody else has already picked it up and ripped it somewhere that you didn't notice. And then you get it home and half the fucking loaf is stale. Anyway, we went from chatting about demos to chatting about upcoming stream games to moaning about Overwatch 2 to bread. Unfucking believable. You get those in plastic. I don't know if they've changed it. I hated buying Warburton's. It has an odd texture. Like, did this game even start? I'm sure I started it. Speaking of loaves though, my wife made a delicious pumpkin loaf cake. Absolutely quality. Came out perfect. You can hear the game, but I'm doing the setting up. Make sure it's at the right resolutions and stuff. A loaf of 50. I don't have. Wait, I might have photos of it. Well, my wife might have photos of it. I don't know if she posted it. Let me see. It just kind of looks like a Jamaica ginger cake, except it tastes like pumpkin. It looks like that. Where is it? No, that's regular bread. No, she didn't think she took any photos of it. It got 8. But I understand there may be more in the future. I will try and get a photo. Not a fan. It doesn't taste like overly of pumpkin or anything. It's just it's got a bit in it. I like pumpkin pie. I do like a pumpkin pie. That will be, I hope, on the menu soon as well. So you can hear me. Just making notes. I hear her scribbling away in the corner. Pumpkin pie. Never had one either. It's nice. It's like kind of a cheesecakey texture. It's still sweet and everything. It's quite nice. You know, all the Americans have a pumpkin pie around this time of year with their Thanksgiving. Is it near? Is it next month? Soonish. But they also have turkey, and I hate turkey. I despise a turkey. I would punch a turkey in its stupid mouth. No, I wouldn't. It's so dry. And people are like, well, you're not cooking it right. You have to brine it for 48 hours and whirl it around on a fucking washing line for 12 weeks before you eat it. And fuck, just get a chicken. Just get a chicken.
You know a Freddie Calhoun?
Sure, I know
Freddie needs money to get out of town. Says he's prepared to blow the whistle on a primo reefer distribution ring. Says he's
wait
in
till this is done.
Going to cost?
$50.
And the departmental
I would absolutely do the chicken
You can put
over
in an expense
over a
claim.
turkey.
He's over at Mike Lyman's
Or a
on
roast
Hollywood
beef.
Boulevard.
Anything other than a turkey. Once we tried, was it a bolognese or meatballs or something we tried to make with a turkey mince? It was the most disgusting textured garbage I've ever fucking had in my life. Immediately put it in the bin.
$50? Do they think I'm made of money? No, you just look like you're made of money. Oh, very good. The kid's on form.
No, we bought the turkey mince.
Scale of dull to scintillating, you're a solid tedious today, which you...
We were looking at
Do you ever
things to
listen
cook
yourself?
that were
I don't have the same
less
voice in my
fatty.
head as you do, Cole.
or better, less calorific. Can I buy newspapers from you? You've got a bit of a high resolution face for it,
That's the cop from the newspaper.
just to be a regular guy. A regular schmo.
I'm praying that those prints come through so I can nail that son of a bitch.
Would I eat insects?
Whenever profits justify such action.
Not as a first,
Pressing for unjustified wage increase.
Get this.
as a first,
Middle
port
of
of
the
call.
afternoon, this crazy woman decides to set fire to the hotel she lives in. The fire brigade come and put it out. A couple hours later, she does it again. Phones up Central and says, I've set fire to my hotel twice today. You'd better come and get me. Did they send some uniforms round to get her? No, that's the best part. The desk sergeant, he gets his share of crank calls, says, "All right, Lady Nero, why don't you come on down here?" An hour later, she shows. Hair still smoking, clothes smoldering, smelling like a brush fire.
Nice bag of fried crickets or something. No, I'm not immediately repulsed at the idea. If they were battered or something and something crispy, it's potential. But out and out, like, here's a spider, eat it. No. Or here's a bag of flies.
That cherry pie was delish.
See, the dream boat was on table 4.
Freddie, you're looking good.
You're gonna help me, right?
That's what I'm
No
here
snails,
for.
eh?
Got the money?
The 20? Sure, right here.
20! I said...
You want the money or the alternative? Tell us about the reefer, Freddie.
Lucy,
Another good
I've seen
Samaritan. Answer the
whelks.
question.
Oh, whelks are
comes from
disgusting.
Tijuana. They bring in 50 pounds a week.
50 pounds? Are you hallucinating, Freddie?
Get stashed at a house at 1452 North Las Palmas.
Names, Freddie.
The guy at the house is a spick that goes by the name Juan Garcia Cruz. Now be careful. He likes guns. Now do I get my money?
Do me a favor, Freddie. Spend the money on a bus ticket. You can't last forever on a snitch jacket.
I got a call back.
Let's go visit this Cruz character.
Have you ever picked
50
whelks?
pounds a
Are you aware of what whelks are, and have you ever picked them? Because I'm not sure everybody is familiar with what a whelk is. It's basically a snail, but it lives in tide pools and stuff. I don't know. And people pick them, and then boil them, and eat them out of the shell with a nail, not a nail.
You believe the story?
A pin.
Sure. A hophead like Freddie would raffle his sister for his next score.
No, I would never eat no, snails can, no. Nope, 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 nope. Especially after I seen the image of that one snail that was like transparent with a parasite in it. Oh, no.
Look out!
You don't mind marine slimies, but not land slimies. Fair enough. I remember I picked up whelks. I wasn't eating them, but we were picking them for somebody else. And it had a wee bit of flint on the end. Like, it was sucked onto a tiny stone. And I peeled the stone off, and it spit seawater at me. It was disgusting. Like a bamboo clam. No. You get, I don't know if they still do it if you go to certain places, but you get like a paper bag full of whelks. Like a bag of chips but full of whelks. Disgusting stuff. It wasn't piss. I didn't get pissed on by a fucking snail. A Tommy gun.
Call for help. I'll try to find a way.
You've seen clams piss, okay. The guy seems very chill for firing a gun out the window. Is that a bit loud? It looks a bit loud. I'm just gonna sound. Let's just take that down to 2 notches. No, sea slimies, sea things are disgusting to me. The only thing I can eat from the sea is a fish. My hat's gone. Oh, I guess I did. It just tastes like, then in that case just drink some seawater, because no, it's a big snotty mass in a shell. It's a big, wet, greasy, salty snotter. Can I not skip this instead of watching it again?
Call for help. I'll try to find a way.
It's a rock with a snotter in it. A big old greener. I can't stand prawns. I don't like lobster. I'm probably allergic to crab.
11K,
Langoustines, nope.
need help at 1452 North Las Palmas.
Roger, 11K, audience officers need help at 1452 North Las Palmas. Officers need help at 1452 North
Any kind of mussel, nope.
It is to handle identify code 3.
Get a cover, you idiot. All those tasty sea bugs. They are bugs, they just do look like insects to me.
Stay down.
Are we just supposed to sit here?
You're clear, go.
Ah, come on! Put 2 bullets in him before he popped up. But as he popped up, not before he popped up. Popped up. I've never had crab, but one of my relatives, close relatives, is allergic to it. Speaking of crabs, and his face blew up when he had it. So I'm like, I'm not even trying. Hello, Lewis. How are we? We've died twice in this mission already. Welcome in. How are we? We were playing a racing game, were we? Were we racing? Were we good at the racing? Did you win the racing? I don't think you won any races. Thank you very much for the raid. How's it going? I was lurking watching you play a couple of races. I know the car was blue. No, I killed everybody. Eat shit. Took 2 hours to do that one race. Fuck off.
I'll ask you politely to move on. Next time I won't be so nice.
Fuck off. I'm crying at the end.
You guys don't half leave a mess. What happened?
Dope peddler, Juan Cruz. We opened fire and, well, the rest of the story tells itself.
We were just discussing the disgusting bounties of the ocean. Oysters look like snot, that kind of stuff. And pumpkin loaf. Before we got onto that, we were discussing pumpkin loaf, which is very nice, and I would recommend. We were just investigating a body. It's a sweet loaf with pumpkin in it. No, you can buy. There's usually I say world foods aisle because it's got about 3 things in it. In various supermarkets, you can buy canned pumpkin from America land.
Juan Garcia Cruz. This is his address, but this place looks like a front.
Besides the stuff. Hello, Wendell. Thank you very much for a 20-month resub. Wow.
A silver dollar. Take these things out of circulation.
I don't have a follow age, I don't think, unless Nightbot does it in some fashion. I'm afraid not. I don't use Stream Elements bot. I like Nightbot more.
Is this a drug or a village in Borneo? Doesn't appear to be in Spanish.
Welcome in and thank you again. How the devil are we? This fine Friday. Does sound like a teabag. And there's a kebab. What kind of kebab have we gone for?
Doesn't anyone eat regular meals anymore? Junkies feeding on popcorn and grasshoppers living on soup.
I am wonderful. I'm full of the Friday feeling. It was a hellish couple of days at work with people. Just people at work. Only God can judge me. Hello, Jerry. Welcome in. How the devil are you? I hope we're both fully recovered. Horrible week. People, I see when I'm on a task, when I'm doing a bit of work or something, I can only deal with that one bit, okay? One bit. I can't. If you come and ask me to do something else, I have to stop what I'm doing, go away to do the other thing, and come back to what I was doing. I can't do two things at once. in that capacity. But see if I'm in the middle of something, and you send me a message, and it just says nothing. Doesn't ask me a question, just says nothing, and then I go back to my work, and then you send me another message, and another message, and another message. I get more and more aggravated with every message. I'm fucking working! I don't know. If I'm working on one task, just leave me alone. I'll finish it, and then you can give me the next one. 200k peepers.
Nothing significant.
Hoarding the peepers' wealth. Am I supposed to be out? I guess we are supposed to be out here. Have they got chicken coop or is this for dogs? Corn? Or I imagine it's corn.
Seems irrelevant.
True deem for a trip to Majango Land.
I don't think so.
Nuts and bolts! There's a boy who put that in. I'm afraid all the rides are busted at Majango Land. Jeez, I shot myself there.
Ha! Phelps, you jump like a girl.
He shot himself. A secret door!
Now we're getting somewhere.
Do these have secrets? Is one of the rides Ralph? No, Ralph is not a ride.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Can we stop picking up rubbish, mate, and just... Why is this all interactable? Make one thing interactable so I don't have to mess about with every single thing. There's a chicken coop.
More soup? Who in the hell keeps a secret stash of soup?
You hungry or something, Phelps?
It's full of weed.
I'd say that's pretty good value for 12 cents.
Factory sealed. Someone at the cannery has a lot of explaining to do.
Anything else? That's just this. More tins. And a book.
With Juan dead, we need a new suspect, Cole. Is there a pattern to the deliveries?
Lots of Tijuanas.
This guy EJ seems to be bringing in most of the serious weight. Dates and times seem pretty regular. We should notify the border crossing.
Those fuckers are probably in on it. Let's wait and see how this plays out.
I don't know what rides there would be at Mid-Django Land, I'm afraid. Resisting the obvious joke. I do need something more more hefty for you to spend points and stuff on. Spinning eyeballs to replace the teacups. It's not bad. Not bad. You sit in the eyeball. Disturbing.
Doesn't look like anything.
I mean, it looks like a box, Cole, mate. The wall of snap. We can lay down.
These are the guys keeping Juan so well stocked with soup.
Some bear traps and allow you to walk into them. You will have to sign legal waivers so that I don't have to deal with it.
Not now, Phelps.
Can we use the phone?
Help me out.
The soup factory. Where else?
On our way to the soup factory. Speaking of food, I had a delicious haggis burger this evening. Because nobody could be hold cooking, so we ordered in. It was supposed to be some mushroom rigatoni pasta stuff. But I hate mushrooms. And also
Brother
nobody
says
could
the
be asked
morphine is still
cooking.
turning up.
Makes sense. We have no idea how much of the stuff Lenny shifted. There's been no comeback from Cohen as yet.
The mushroom rigatoni or the haggis burger, Lewis?
The Confidential magazine is right, and Bugsy is on the slide.
You read that stuff? I wouldn't say it to his face if I was you. That is one hot-tempered son of a bitch.
Nice cottage pie vegan, of course.
4 suspect to be taken into custody at Sunset and Ibar. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Haggis burger is very nice. I love a bit of haggis. We were talking earlier about whether or not you would eat bugs. Not that it's the same thing, but people have a reaction to haggis like they've been asked to eat a bug. Would you like to try some haggis? Ew, no! Fuck off. Eat worse things than a turkey Twizzler or a hot dog or something. It's nice, it's peppery, it's nice. Vegan haggis is nice as well. Or veg. I don't know if you get proper vegan haggis, but you get vegetarian haggis.
Find out who's been over-seasoning the soup in this place.
Probably, Jerry. That's what I was saying. I was like, that doesn't immediately make me feel sick.
This factory, ma'am.
But
Mr. Parnell.
not something I would
Howard Parnell.
go, lift a rock and try and find something.
Please, take a seat.
If you don't mind, we'll come with you.
If you must.
You just wanted a follower, didn't you? You sly dog. I must
Had a fly going to my gob while
He
cycling.
hates saying goodbye, but he loves watching them leave.
It's the big old raisin, isn't it?
Roy.
If you could show these men in to see Mr. Parnell, Doris. They're from the LAPD.
Salt and vinegar cricket.
Gentlemen.
Now that somehow sounds worse to me.
LAPD, sit tight, fatso. You could be in very serious trouble.
He's just everybody in here just
There's no reason to be
an
rude.
absolute arsehole.
Take a seat, gentlemen. I'm sure we can sort this all out.
Maybe you can explain why we found $5 bags of marijuana in sealed Parnell soup cans.
That's an outrageous allegation.
How do you explain it, Chubby? We found at least 30
It's not as well.
all sealed up tight with your label on them.
Can I get a list of your employees?
Of course, we have nothing to hide. Doris, can you bring me in the current employee listing?
Here it is, Mr. Parnell.
On the desk, please.
Nobody walks like that. Hey, check out that lass's polygons.
Any name on that list that rings a bell?
Bug flower. Is there a name on this list that rings a bell? Is there a name? Can I check? Can I check my? I want to check my fucking thing. I don't know. I'm just gonna tap everybody until I find it.
This is familiar. 1452 North Las Palmas.
Was it going to be the
Jorge
next thing?
Garcia Cruz.
Faces remind me of the original Max Payne. That's a very good point there, because that was just the developer's face on a model. The face. Hello, Tom Hoop. Tap tap. I'm just reading about the bug flower being a thing of the future. And high protein. I mean, that's a lot of protein for a loaf of bread. Hello, Steen. Everybody's in. Shut up, phone.
Don't run off, detective. I'm counting on you to straighten this out.
I wasn't going anywhere. I was tapping your fucking book.
The factory sealed cans we found suggest a very professional operation, Mr. Parnell. We're looking for an inside man.
I know nothing about this. I want this stopped as much as you do.
But we don't have... Right, what are we doing? 99.5% of players. I think he's telling the truth. Is he telling the truth? He feels very smug. We don't have any evidence to say otherwise. The truth. No, we fucked it.
Suspect someone, Mr. Parnell.
Are you sure it isn't someone who stole some of my labels? That would be pretty easy to do.
Fucked it.
How are your sales, Mr. Parnell?
Just fine and dandy, son.
Doubt.
We're entering a new era of prosperity. I hope you're both big soup eaters.
That's a doubt. That's a doubt.
Mr. Parnell, do you know what kind of trouble you're in? Come clean with us.
Okay, so things are a little flat. We're deciding whether to lower production. It's taken a while to adjust to not having any military contracts. You know, we sold Uncle Sam 5 million cans of minestrone.
I've never had minestrone, I don't think. Never in my life have I had a can of minestrone.
Not that I know of.
He has a brother employed here. You know him?
We employ large numbers of Mexicans. I'm not familiar with them all.
It's good. It's lush. Really? I'm a lentil soup kind of individual. I like a lentil. Lentil and bacon. Do we think he's telling the truth? We can't prove otherwise. No.
That's funny, Parnell.
He has the same address as his brother Juan, who we shot dead less than an hour ago. You better give me something.
Look, I'm not involved in this. I'm getting enough grief from Washington. There's an investigation going on into profiteering. Like a guy shouldn't be able to turn a buck while the war is on.
I'm sure thousands of dead Marines.
My beard smells like peppercorn sauce.
Okay. Tell us about Jorge Garcia Cruz.
Jorge? I had no idea of his last name. His team does daily maintenance on the conveyor belts and cookers.
He's giving away nothing. Truth.
So he's here now?
No, maintenance is at night. Night shift
Welcome in,
finishes
Tom.
around
Steam.
midnight. He would usually come in around 9
Wendell,
p.m.
Chewy,
and have everything ready
Jerry,
for the morning shift.
Haribo. Welcome everybody. Welcome in, Lewis. Didn't forget
We'd
you.
like to take a look around the factory floor, Mr. Parnell.
I hope we won't have to shut down the line.
No, nothing like that.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
Everybody, come on in. Did I miss somebody?
I'll show you around myself.
Welcome in to you specifically. Not the other ones I missed. Just you.
I hate seeing how things are made. This is gonna be like that time I went to the slaughterhouse and couldn't eat steak for a week.
Not a big fan of a steak. Mmm. Slab of meat. Could you maybe just like mince it and put it in a chili or something?
Remember the dead lady they found under the train? Solve it.
This is where the produce comes in. We peel and sort all of the vegetables and add them to the line in regular quantities.
Fascinating.
This is where we spray them with
Why
cocaine.
don't you keep quiet? Might learn something.
Oh, good God. This really is turning into some nightmare school trip flashback.
This seems like a very complex setup for soup.
This is the hopper, which boils and purees the vegetables. The other hopper is for the pasta. This way, please.
You're loving this, aren't you, Phelps?
The soup is ladled automatically into cans. Next stage is labeling.
I'd like to see the packing and dispatch area, if you don't mind.
Sure. It's over here. Follow me.
Get back to work.
This is one of our dispatchers. Sergio, right?
Exactly, we are looking for it.
These men are from the LAPD. Sergio here records our outgoing deliveries. They all go in the book. Just there on the desk.
Let's look at the book first. No, we're not allowed. Oh, the other side of the desk.
We're looking for repeat business in large amounts, Cole. What's going on, Parnell? There's enough soup going to this place every day to feed a company of Marines.
What are you talking about?
I'd like a private word with your dispatcher, if you don't mind.
Sure, go right ahead. I'll be over here when you need me.
Now you just wander off, pal. Well, listen, pal, I'm looking to get a couple of cans. You know what I'm talking about? A couple of cans, couple of
Can I
tins.
look at that coin?
Sure, why not?
It's a silver dollar.
Silver dollar, right?
Yeah, that's right.
He's going to run.
The markings on it say it's been taken out of circulation.
Maybe. I'm not trying to buy anything with it. I like it. Brings me luck.
What we looking at, Cole? Just give him it back.
Do you have access to the canning area?
I do. But I keep to my station. Loading and unloading. Don't care much for soup.
Oh, I love the faces in this. They're all like, hey, yeah. Truth? Do we have an opinion?
Sergio,
That we fucked it.
We know the dope gets canned here. We know it happens at night.
And you know I work days. And what goes on at night, I don't want to know about.
What do you know about the 20th century market?
Nada. I get the orders from upstairs. I send the goods where I'm told.
And you don't know Juan Garcia Cruz?
No, not me.
That's a doubt. That's a doubt.
Juan
No, we
Garcia
fucked
is
it.
dead, lunkhead. His brother works here nights. What can you tell us, Sergio?
I'm just a dispatcher. One was crazy. Puto loved guns. You're pretty hard to please, Placa. I think you should leave me alone now.
We will be in touch, Mr. Parnell. It is imperative that things appear as normal here. Keep an eye on Sergio in case he gets tempted to blow the whistle.
Thanks. I'll do that. You're going to overlook my little immigration problem, aren't you?
Cheer up, Fatso. We're gonna let you go on squeezing these poor saps a little while longer.
I'll get to you in a moment there.
Well, until some commie union types infiltrate this place.
Just hold them over the big soup bowl until they tell the truth. Hey pal, you wanna go in the chicken noodle?
I am glad to be out of that place. I never knew fresh vegetables could smell so bad.
What is on the shelf? I'll tell you what's on the shelf. A book somebody in this very chat came in and recommended. This. I've not read it yet, but it's on the shelf. It's about the Black Dahlia, which was a case in this game, and I bought it because somebody recommended it. It's a kind of a noir style book, I believe. So we'll give it a bash and see what it's like. Now, if that's not good enough for you, well, I don't know what to tell you. There's also, I'll tell you what, you can have another one because it's within reach. Some sea holly grown in the garden. I love how much his partner hates commies. This was like the height of the Cold War, where the enemy factions were gone, and the only ones we could hate now were Russia. Goddamn commies! God damn it! I must break you.
How many years have you been in Vice, Roy?
More years than I want to own up to, Phelps.
If he dies,
You have
he
any
dies.
idea who Rojas was talking about?
The gringo who runs the operation? Could be anybody. You don't expect those morons to be running the show, do
It pretty
you?
much, it did run, like the commie
You asked
hate
Rojas how
ran
much the
from
silver dollar was
pretty much
worth, he'd
after the
probably say
war
50 cents.
until the late 80s, didn't it? Just remember, like Rambo, maybe even the 90s. Not Rambo, the other one, the boxing one, Rocky. Jeffy boy. Had the big Rusky on it as well. Everybody loved to hate a Russian back then, and Vietnam as well, yeah, and Afghanistan.
Sit tight. Let's take a look at what's going on.
Yeah, let's take a look at what's going on.
Either these customers are serious soup lovers, or I think we found our middleman.
Car 11 King to KGPL.
Car 11 King, go ahead.
I'm requesting assistance in a B-Wagon at 20th Century Markets, 1558 North Highland. Numerous narcotic suspects.
Oh,
Code
did you
2
see?
only,
Speaking
no
of
sirens.
reefer,
11K,
Okay.
Joe
Cavalry should be here
Biden
any minute.
pardoned everybody who was found guilty of federal level possession. It's basically like, fuck you. You had a joint. Piss off. You're not going to jail for that.
LAPD, nobody move!
I'll take my chances.
The thing is, though, if they've been charged with state level possession, they can still be in trouble. He's urging states to do the same, but
Whatever
federal
you're
one's
carrying,
been
hand it over.
dealt with, I guess.
I'd say he's got about half a can left. I guess that makes me a pessimist.
You can't take me in.
500, I think it was
Be
in
glad
the
he didn't
thousands, wasn't
shoot
it?
ya. I wouldn't have chased you. If it was up to me, you'd be talking
Low
out of a hole in
thousands,
the
but
back of your
I want
head.
information.
Senor, I would like to help you, but I got a family in Mexico I have to provide for. And my compadres are very unreasonable.
Your compadres? Turn out your pockets.
Another silvery dollary do. Magna key.
I need to make a deal. I need guarantees.
You have identification? Sanchez Erto, Mexican, Tijuana address.
Yoink.
Good soup.
Thank you very much for the sub, Dewey. Very
Here's the
much
deal,
appreciated.
Eric.
Always
You
appreciated,
give me
never
information,
required.
and I won't give you to immigration.
Oh, what? Come on, Cole. No, that's a cheeky sketch. Did you really want to sketch him like that? What's your okay? Top tier stream patter right now. Top tier. What's your go-to soup? Fuck. Scraping the bottom of the barrel right there. Fucking get scraped. My favourite flavour of soup is bottom of the barrel soup. Curried parsnip soup. Now, I'm not a fan of a parsnip. I think they're too perfumey, a bit soapy. But a curried one sounds nice. If you roast them in honey, they're delicious. But on their own, they're very...
Give me EJ, the driver bringing in the shipments, or I'll make you for it.
I run the shop. That's all I do.
No.
Start talking, Erto. I want the names of everyone involved.
What difference does it make what I tell you? I'm still going to jail, no?
Lentil and ham hock. I've never had a
Tell me
ham
about
hock
the
one
soup
either.
cans.
The soup is very popular.
Or oxtail.
As you can see.
Of course it's popular. But...
Erto,
Oh, come on!
we're not interested in a
He
flunky
didn't
running a
say
farmer's
anything.
market. We want the people running the operation.
You seem okay. But you can never trust a gringo who wants
He just made a fucking shitty statement. He said, oh, the soup's popular. Fuck off.
We know about Jorge and Juan. Juan is dead. Tell us how you know the Cruz boys.
Ernesto put together this thing. He brought in Juan, Juan brought in Jorge.
Right, we're using intuition. Fuck this.
Continue.
I was already here.
Go for a
Ernesto
one-star
knows I'm
mission.
illegal,
Absolutely.
So he threatened to report me if I didn't help. And the money is good. The gringos and the gringas, they love the reefer. And I didn't want to have to leave and start again in San Francisco.
You're breaking my heart.
You're going to jail, Erto. Our jails may be nicer than what you could expect in Mexico, but I can tie you up in red tape for years. You've got this one chance to cooperate, Erto. Give me your delivery boys, or you'll do every year that we were saving for them.
All right.
The
There's a
truth
shipment coming
without
in
lie was changed to good cop, bad cop,
The
and it
soup factory.
accused in the remaster.
Parnell's Soup Factory.
Did they not
1
release the
a.m.
remaster on PC then?
Ernesto will be there.
We should
This
get
was the
some
only
backup
Alien
and
Noir I
stake out
could
the
find.
cannery tonight.
There is the VR missions, but I'm not playing them. I did read that originally doubt was called press, as in you would push them on the subject. Because doubt and lie mean the same fucking thing, essentially, in the game. One is I have evidence you're lying, and the other one is I just think you're lying.
Freddie said they were moving 50 pounds a week. That's a lot of soup cans.
I think this is an interstate operation. Moving dope around the country to selected grasshoppers. Local
Car
weed
chase?
is distributed
Car chase.
the usual way, through Pachuco street punks.
Someone must know something about this drug baron character.
Here they come.
Okay, I have more bottom of the barrel topics to talk about. See if you make yourself some. I say make yourself. If you grab yourself some bread to dip into your soup, as a lot of people do. Do you butter it before you dip it? Do you butter the bread, or do you just take plain bread and dip it?
What are you doing?
Top tier
move.
stream part here. Top
Move.
tier. Fuck off.
Let's go!
No, drives your partner crazy.
Everyone into position.
I mean, you could just not put margarine on it. Butter, whatever.
Okay, gentlemen, we'll take the lead. You cover us.
LAPD, put your hands where we can see them. Throw out the guns.
Go, Phil. Get in there.
Can't hit him from this distance. Weapons on the ground, now! Let me see if I can put one between your eyes.
I guess I died. It melts in the soup and it makes it different.
Everyone into position.
Get it back. LAPD, put your hands where we can see them.
Go, Phil. Get in there.
Why are you not in here, you prick?
Stay in cover.
Guess I'll die again. You're getting robbed of pot of noodle again, Lewis. Robbed. There's less noodle in the pot noodle.
Everyone into
We've
position.
established this.
LAPD,
Fuck
put your
this.
hands
Just
where we
kick his door in.
Go, Phil. Get in there.
Pick up his gun. I don't want the shotgun anymore.
How long do you think you can hold out?
Get behind something, Phil.
Eat shit, I'm Rambo.
Hands in the air.
Where's the last guy?
Catch a bullet, you son of a bitch. Find some cover.
Come on. Come on. There you come. There we go. Eat shit. Reload.
I think that's the last
Went a wee bit overboard there. I'll agree. I lost my cool.
Detectives, found something here you probably want to see.
Swear to Christ, Jones, if you whip out your penis again, I'm only gonna fall for that 15 times, okay? Not 16.
Tijuana address. We should see what the federales have on him.
What does that mean? Are you gonna say anything about it? Or are you just gonna put it back? Are we gonna take the ticket? Take the ticket. Cole, no, take it. Take it. It's our ticket now. Got the dollar.
$1 per dead man. Doesn't seem like much for a human life.
It really does. He straddles them all. Like, maybe you could lean over them instead so you're not, you know, mounting the corpse. Is this what you wanted me to see? Arse piece.
God damn. I think we found our stash, Cole. Take a look in these boxes.
At the very minimum, another 50 pounds.
Looks like broccoli.
Detectives, I think we got the guy. Does the name Cruz mean something to you?
Tom?
Certainly does.
Tom Cruise. Where is he? Do I really need to follow you? Is this the guy I put lots of bullets into? It could be. I think it might be the guy I put lots of bullets into. Yep, climb aboard.
Must be $1,000 here.
Put it in your pocket. Put it in your pocket. Wonga! Very considerate of him to die under good lighting. That is true, yes. Do you believe that they actually modelled somebody's like real face for this? No, yeah, we know how much is there, buddy. Just go in his pocket. A silver dollar, you do.
Yet another silver dollar.
Phelps, Earl, looks like quite a bloodbath. What was this all about?
Drugs and money. What else? Speaking of money, where did that roll go?
I picked it up for safekeeping. The department owes me 50.
Ray, I have another 2 coins for you.
Great. I've got
Oh,
something
we're gonna
to show you.
jigsaw this stuff.
It's all set up on the table over here. There. Take a look at these coins you've been collecting.
There are letters cut into each coin, along with not legal tender.
Those are Morgan silver dollars from the 20s. They were removed from circulation and sent for disposal. A number of smelters around the country had the contract. Look at them together. Can you work out what it says?
Could you just tell me what it fucking says instead of making me do this piss, you fucking arse piece? Cole cannot pick up coins. He has to move them in a very specific fashion. Cole, you did it wrong, mate. What are you doing? Put that back. We can read, Cole. Come on. Do you really need to put the coins?
The first coin, MAS. The second, ANG. The third, KAY. The fourth, MET. The fifth, ALS. Masanke Metals.
A metal foundry. Would you like the address?
No.
Would I ever?
1034 Vine Street, Hollywood. We'll finish up here. It's already been a long night, Phelps. See if you can talk them into giving themselves up.
Just get the guns back out, lads. We're not fucking about anymore. The Rain Man addresses. He knew the fucking solution to that puzzle. He knew it. He didn't want me. You just want. Hey, Phelps, I've made you a jigsaw, pal. Hey, Phelps, I've made you a wee crossword. You want to solve it, and I'll then give you the address. You could have went here. It says this. This is the address. Smell you later.
I hope that big wad of cash doesn't weigh you down.
Get your priorities straight, Phelps. We're close to bringing in one of the biggest dope cases of the year, and you're worrying about unsubstantial evidence?
fucking weed. Who gives a shit? Exactly. I put the jigsaw in the box. Solved. I have shook in it. You must now solve the jigsaw. I know what the picture is. Dang, a fence. I have been
We need another way in.
fooled. Here's a way in. Get in the car.
Look where you're going!
I know, get more of a run up and you fucking... That's a sturdy fence.
There's the guy. I hear he's an honest cop. There's an oxymoron.
When somebody's... Fucking exactly. This is a meeting that could have been an email.
Did you read about that woman who stabbed her husband being pushed in front of the car?
I know it was never going to work. I thought maybe we can trust a developer such as Rockstar to maybe allow another option.
Thing is soap, you know.
I'm getting fucking harassment from a guy who's sleeping in a box. Telling me I smell. Fucking cheek of it. That would make you reevaluate yourself, though, wouldn't it? If like a guy's sitting there in the street going, drinking nondescript booze from a bottle and going, hey, buddy, you fucking honking, have a bath. You have to be able to get on from one of the other roofs or something. You would stop at yourself and go, maybe I am honking? For the record, I am not honking. How the hell do you get in this shithole? There's not a pipe we can climb. Clearly, that's a way in. But we need to get in before we can get in. Hey, buddy, you've...
Read about the Tarleton case in the paper? That's the cop who solved it. Poor kids. Losing everything like that.
That's a different guy. They swapped out the guy. They put a different guy in it. There we go. Look at the homeless guy on shifts. Alright, Jeff, I've been working for 5 o'clock this morning, and it's what time you showed up. I just told this police guy he smelled. I'll see you later, alright?
I'm taking my money and going home. And fuck whose turn it is to mind shop.
Hey, who the fuck is that?
I was hoping that barrel would explode.
Stay down.
You're covered, Phelps.
The man with your hands up your ass.
Pile in, goddammit, you can't get us. Ah!
This guy won't go down. There's a haircut you can set your watch to. Oh, they always back in these they would pomade their hair and basically perfume it and grease it.
Buddies are dead. Stay in cover.
Roy, stop getting shot, you idiot.
Get in cover.
It's got an achievement called Wooden Overcoats. I assume that means a coffin.
LAPD, hands up.
Victor Sanders.
You know this guy?
I should have known.
Colonel Sanders.
I know Roy. Roy and I have had an arrangement for
Get
many
up.
years.
You're under arrest.
Am I?
We have a mountain of prima facie evidence, as well as the
You'd
testimony.
be surprised how things have a habit of sorting themselves out. Evidence disappearing. Witnesses that can't be found. Policemen that forget. The impossible becomes probable when you have a client list like mine.
Shut your mouth. Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Don't you dare do it, Roy. Don't you do it. You've earned quite the body count this evening.
Fiasco! That's what they're calling this FUBAR case that you brought me. All the beaners are gonna skate. Reefer-crazed Mexicans carrying enough ordnance to outfit an airborne company in my goddamn jurisdiction, and they all walk.
What about Sanders?
Victor Sanders? Are you kidding? If Sanders started naming names, the dailies would have to run special editions for a week. Put a stack of convictions on my desk by 9 a.m. Monday morning, or you can start clearing out your desk. Dismissed!
Eat shit, buddy. I don't know if that's like the same every time. Maybe I did really badly on this case. Oh! Oh! Oh, that's a 2-star. Ouch.
Your platoon is what remains of recon. I'm folding you into the 22nd. You'll be going up that damn hill tonight.
We're intelligence gathering, sir.
I don't need intelligence, son. I need men who can hold rifles and kill Japs. Tonight, you're a rifle company. We've got cooks, mechanics, and stretcher bearers all going into the line. We aim to break them tonight, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Chewie. Thank you. At least we finished that stupid case. All for some weed.
You, Hank.
You too, Cole. How's your war?
Not quite what I expected.
As long as I live, I will never get over that sound.
Hey, who's that medic? He'll be killed going out there. It's Sheldon, the guy from the Osakawa Bridge. That guy's got no fear.
He didn't make it.
I didn't go out there to save him.
What are you saying, man?
I went out there to put him out of his misery, to ease his pain. Do you have a problem with that?
Murder, Corman.
That's war, Lieutenant. Smell the stench. Feel the horse's breath on your neck.
You need help, man.
Call for me tonight, Lieutenant. When you're up on that hill. I've been up there 3 times already. The circles of hell have nothing on Sugarloaf Hill.
Get this madman out of my sight!
I was thinking that when he was coming down the hill. I was like, but he left the guy behind. He didn't take him. He ran up the hill. He saw the guy. And he left him behind. I thought, yeah, he's fixed him up and left him to come back down on his own. Surely it'd be easier to just shoot the guy. I need a wee bit more light.
You like the fight game, Phelps?
I did a little boxing in the Marines. I found it a pretty humbling experience.
Fix you a sandwich, buddy? Corned beef and egg salad, 12 cents. Bologna
Corned
ham
beef?
and cheese, 10.
It's strictly a mug's game.
Corned beef
You'll
sandwich
like
for
this fight,
12
though.
pence.
A plucky limey's about to take a beating from an up-and-coming Negro.
You sound pretty sure about the result.
I ought to be. I got 50 bucks on the black kid.
I hate this guy so much. So I did kind of look at what we've got coming up without spoiling it. We've got the rest of the cases in Vice, which is like there's another 4 after this one, or including this one, and then we have arson after that, and then the game's done. I recognize him. How am I liking? I don't know. I'm up and down on it, Lewis. I really am. Somebody just fucking threw a chair into that ring. Parts of it I've been enjoying.
Son of a bitch Hammond made a run for his dressing room. Let's find out what's going on.
And then other parts I'm like, did you really?
God damn you, Albert! You get out here right
Did you really need to do it like that? You expect better.
LAPD. What's going on?
That son of a bitch Hammond has jammed the door.
And who are you?
Carlo
I do have to
Arturo,
finish
his
it now.
manager.
We're
I'm
not
his trainer.
dumping it.
Interesting attitude to have towards a victorious athlete.
Victorious? We had an arrangement. We had a goddamn arrangement!
That limey bastard was paid to take a nap. He reneged.
And you were out of pocket?
Damn right. Me and a couple hundred other people.
Stand aside.
He squeezed out the window. I'll put an APB out on him.
Why would we do that? He won the fight fair and square.
To prevent him from getting clipped. He was paid to flop. There was big money riding on this
So are we
fight.
here because you lost money or because we're investigating a prize fighting racket?
Very funny. Look around and see what you can find. Which is Hammond's locker?
Over by the pinboard, second from the end.
The one with his fucking name on it.
There's a phone number we can run by R&I. Plus a bunch of names and odds. You're not the only one who likes a flutter, Roy.
Look at the resolution on that boxing glove. Look at it. You're not going to comment on the tape? No. No, we're not.
Maybe if... No.
I do like his random comments when he picks them out. I'm not reading that fucking paper. I am reading the paper. Nope, I'm not interested in the flashbacks. They're boring. We're only here to solve cases. Fuck off.
No good to me.
Pick him up for the achievement. I don't care for the achievement. I don't care about it. You have to watch it. You can't skip the cutscene.
You look troubled.
I'm in a jam, Doctor.
Played your cards right. You could be in a soup instead.
Is it money?
No, Doctor. That's okay.
You do need
Do
to
I
watch
have
it.
your professional confidence?
Whatever you say, we'll never leave this room.
It's got tiny ears.
I talked some of the guys in my old unit into doing something, and it's gone wrong. I guess I did it for the wrong reasons. For short-term gain. We came home from China on the cool ridge.
The animation works well, except from the mouth and the eyes.
I thought I could get the guys a fair share. Some sort of benefit for the sacrifices that they made in the war. Those guys deserve it.
The doctor looks really quite good now, until he starts speaking.
But the deserving aren't always rewarded.
Tell me about it, Doc. We shifted our stuff onto this mob-connected guy, and it's been turning up all over town. It wasn't meant to be like this.
The presumption was rather naive, Courtney.
I know that now, Doctor. But people are dying.
Might I venture a few questions?
Sure.
Do your underworld contacts have all the morphine?
No, they don't. We doled it out, hoping we could control it.
Are they pressing you for further allocation?
That's the polite way of putting it, Doctor.
I may be able to help you, Courtney.
Thanks, Doc. It helps just to talk about it.
I mean, I have a solution that will help you financially and salve your conscience.
I'm all ears, Doctor.
You're only 2 years though.
To take all the narcotic off your hands, and you can rest assured that it will all be medically administered. I will use the funds that I no longer require for the purchase of medication and invest them in housing developments.
Housing?
The developments in question are housing projects for former servicemen. Your return will come from the sale of the properties, and your investment will benefit those that you care for most. Does this arrangement meet with your approval?
He's speaking to me.
You're a magician, Doctor.
He's looking at me. See, it doesn't count until you've put the paper back down. Hello, peppermint chicken.
You better find that cocksucker and you bring him to me.
I feel bad too, Mickey.
How the devil are we?
He guaranteed me he would take the flop.
I guarantee that you will be fish food if you don't bring me.
Wow, his trousers are up to his nipples.
Mickey, seems that way.
Don't worry about it. My boys are out looking for him.
Well, you'd better call them off. This is a police matter now. If anything happens to Hammond, I'll testify that you made threats against him.
Who's the Greyhound? He's a frisky one, isn't he?
Cole Phelps? Mickey Cohen.
I know who he is, Roy. I, met his brother-in-law.
I don't think they've aged well, and I think they were a big pest for Rockstar, because they've never tried it again, have they? But they are, like, they are impressive, the level of technical detail. It just feels like there's a little something missing.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
Phelps is definitely the best of the bunch. They spent a lot of time with Phelps.
I need an address for the following phone number. AL345.
The address for the phone number is the Hotel El Mar, 6294 Leland Way, Hollywood.
Thanks, ma'am.
You know the place? Flop house. Quarter a night, no questions asked.
I think it was probably very expensive for them to do,
relationship with Cohen and
which is why they haven't replicated it in other games.
Hint of reprimand in your tone, detective? Talking to gangsters comes with the turf. You should try out Mickey's place. He's got a haberdasher's up on Sunset.
Beyond Two Souls was the one with
See if he can get you out of those old man's clothes that you slink around in.
What's his name?
It's a front for his illegal activities.
It is that, but he
I can't remember his name.
Some very sharp suits.
He's in Umbrella Academy.
If it's okay with you, I'll stick with Brooks Brothers.
Elliot Page, thank you. Yes. They sued Naughty Dog because did they sue them or was it just the threat of suing? Because the character in that looked like Elliot Page. They were like, "That's my likeness." They were like, "That's not your likeness," and then, "But I'm making a game as well, and that's my likeness." It's had its ups and downs. I've been alternating between being a fantastic detective and being absolutely terrible at it. It's had its moments where it's been like, yeah, this is amazing, I'm loving it, and then there are moments where I'm like, what's the point in this? The last part of the Black Dahlia mission, when you have to go from point A to point B to point C to point D, and you find the clues in each, and you have to wait 5 minutes in the game for Cole to figure out the clue because you're not allowed to, was really frustrating for me. I was spending like half an hour on that one mission, and it annoyed me. But the rest of the game's been mostly fine.
Yeah, what do you want?
LAPD. We're making inquiries into the whereabouts of an Albert Hammond.
No one here by that name.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. This isn't the sort of place where people use their real names. Take a look at the register if you don't believe me.
Have you seen the trailer? I haven't actually watched the trailer, but who cares?
Okay, so look for prominent Tommies. That should narrow it down.
They weren't based off of real actors, so... Prominent Tommies.
Winston Churchill. A very patriotic Englishman is staying in room 207.
The old bulldog. Even at a flop house, Adley can't get out from his shadow.
207. I think the show could turn out to be quite good. I never finished playing the game.
The women don't find you handsome? They should at least
Doors
find you
unlocked.
handy.
But who cares that they don't look like the video game
like he's had a
characters?
broad
It's
up
not a big deal. Home soon, your boy done good, Albert.
He must be heading home. You know, I hope he makes it.
That crooked son of a bitch? No chance.
I think I'll give it a bash. The show, I mean.
Hey, fuck you!
Well, fuck you too, buddy. You don't have to watch it.
I guess a fighter has plenty of time on his hands between bouts. Does Albert have somebody special? I didn't see anyone in his corner at the fight.
Yeah, as long as the show's well written, Pedro Pascal is a good actor.
Instaheat. Adrian Black's product of choice. Seems like a lifetime ago.
Candy has expensive taste. Albert has his work cut out for him.
Who's Candy?
Candy Edwards, the lady who filled out this coupon.
Like I liked him in Narcos when I was watching that.
Homework.
He's obviously really good in Mandalorian.
Nest egg.
He was good in the Wonder Woman film.
Let's go after his girl. See if that gets us any closer.
Gives us angle if he has a real love interest.
Narcos was really good. I got is it halfway through the second season before I just kind of didn't intentionally stop watching, but just never got into the next episode. I imagine did the remaster come to PC yet, or is that still pending? The Last of Us. I imagine that's partly why they did the remaster. Why am I still looking at this? Wash your hands. Right, locations. Where's the next location? Let's go to... Well, we've not finished here, so... But we need to go here next anyway, so that's the next destination, but we're not finished in here. There we go. Can of warm beans. He's in there. He's in there, buddy.
Another window exit. Must have just missed him.
Are we done in here now? Let's go downstairs and speak to the guy. I think we're done here. I don't think there's any other clues. We did that. What would be your dream, your absolute dream video game or book to be made into a series? Or a movie, actually. I haven't seen the Uncharted movie because it looks awful, if I'm honest. I don't think
This town is going straight to hell.
there's an actor in it who does a horrible Scottish accent, which winds me up. Are you laddie help you do you read me by the way? Fuck off. It's one of those things where I'm like, did you really need to make a series out of that though? I think we might be done here. Is there something else I've missed? Usually it gets crossed out when we're done. Is it good? I've read nothing about it. I saw the trailer and was like, this doesn't interest me. But if it's good, I'll give it a watch.
Fuck you!
Fuck you! The second time you told me to fuck off. A Life is Strange series.
You got a problem, pal?
Okay, that could work. You love the Resident Evil Netflix series. Now I assume you're not being serious there, because nobody liked that series. Which is why it got cancelled. You are often, like, whenever they make a series or a film or something, you're like, they always go, I'm going to put my own stamp on this story, or I'm going to change the story so it does this. But what most people want who are going to see it are you retelling the story they played through. Unless it's Sonic. Sonic, let me think how many good video game movies there have been. Sonic. Sonic. We're done. Sonic. But it was so close to being awful.
The punching bag for the
Detective Pikachu wasn't. Yeah, it's a video game, isn't it? Yeah, you're right.
I think he worked out the place isn't L.A. He's punchy. His brain's going to mush. Winston Churchill.
Good random action movie. Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Churchill is a fighter, Roy. Hammond didn't just scribble down the first name he could think of.
I would say if you wanted an Uncharted movie, you might as well just watch an Indiana Jones film.
You ever played dirty?
The only prize for taking a fall was 1,000 push-ups.
Oh, it's her.
We need to know which room is Candy's.
I have seen the Super Mario Brothers trailer. I think Jack Black is very, very good
You
as
take
Bowser.
the outside stairs by the parking lot and turn
I
left at the
really
top.
like the animation for it.
You friends of the Italian
I
guy?
think.
Italian guy?
Yeah. Sleazy type. Gave his name
Wait
as
until she's done talking.
I didn't like the look of him, but Candy has some funny friends.
Thanks.
I think I like Charlie Day's Luigi, although you obviously in the trailer, if you've only seen a wee bit of the trailer, or you've not seen the trailer, sorry, start that again. In the trailer, you only get to see a small part of Luigi.
Candy, bro.
And obviously the elephant in the trailer is Chris Pratt as Mario, and I don't think it's that big a deal. I don't like him, especially, but I don't hate him. You hear so very little of him actually speaking in the trailer. It's hard to judge how good a job he's going to do. What they do need to do is stop hiring film actors to do voices in films, because they're rubbish at it. In general. I do think that if they put the Nintendo 64 or the GameCube Mario voice in it, it would be grating for the whole film. It's me, Mario, through the whole film. Fuck off. Wahoo!
Someday you'll say something intelligent.
Give it up, bitch.
Sounds like we're missing all the fun. Get in there,
You know
Phelps.
where he's hiding. Now tell me where he is before I cut you.
Jesus!
Like hitting women.
This isn't gonna end well for you, friend.
Okay, space. I've been waiting for it to remind me what the dodge was for about fucking 10 hours.
Out cold, but breathing. Give her a minute and take a look around.
Thank you very much for the follow, Peppermint.
One way.
Unless you would prefer the your full title of Peppermint Chicken. Knockout! Did you know the phrase "let's get ready to rumble" is copyrighted? By the guy who first said it. And he has enforced that copyright and trademark for money. It's licensed. He licenses it.
Not sure this means much.
Let's get ready to crumble. You can't sue me, fuck off.
Circumstantial.
Let's prepare ourselves to tumble. That's what they shout at the gymnastics. Another straddling, hey? Yeah, like, it's I never knew that. I saw a thing recently that the guy was in a video saying he had to go after people because they used it in like advertisements and stuff. Because if you have a trademark and you don't enforce it, it doesn't count anymore.
Carlo here seems to have the same friends as Hammond.
Well, it still
What are the
counts,
odds on them all being
but
bookmakers?
you have to enforce it. Otherwise, if somebody else infringes it and you take umbrage at them, then they can point at the somebody else who copied it and goes, well, you didn't bother about them, why? Why? Well, it doesn't matter then. If you didn't enforce it with him, then, yeah.
Nasty weapon.
Oh,
Quickly
the
trademark
Italians
Chiggy
carried
Wee
'em.
Snap.
A real man uses his fists or a gun.
I would, but I would have to enforce it with you, Lewis. You have used it. Which means I would need you to take down everything and anything. I now own your channel, sorry. I got it in a settlement, sorry.
Take a seat, Miss Edwards. We have some questions for you to answer.
And I'll get Staggy's channel as well because he said it.
Wrong.
Ever? I find that pretty hard to believe.
Can you answer some questions now, Miss Edwards?
Sure,
You just woke
I've got
up.
worse. I'll shake it off.
We're trying to track down Albert Hammond. We have reason to believe he might be in danger. Do you know where he is?
No, I don't. I'm over Albert. I haven't seen him.
Nope.
Save it for the suckers, Candy. Albert won big. He may not have told you, but you don't strike me as the type who leaves town when there's money to be had.
Call me anything you like, Flatfoot. I'm done with this burg and all the cheap chiselers who live here.
Do the names Harry, Mervyn, or Ray mean anything to you?
Could be anybody. How the hell would I know?
Okay, do we have evidence for this? That's a doubt. That has to be a doubt. We don't have any evidence. This is a doubt. Come on, game.
Edwards, and we'll think about letting these charges against you slide.
What? Charges against me? All I did was try and look out for Albert. Now he skips out and I have to take beatings for him as well?
No, come on.
You're leaving town, Miss Edwards?
Yes, I'm going straight home.
No, that's a lie.
You're lying to me. Albert finally won a big fight. I say good luck to him. But you know where he is. Let me help him, Candy.
Do all you cops run off at the mouth? Prove I know where he is.
Bus ticket? Or a magazine? Bus ticket? I'd go for the bus ticket.
I don't know where he is, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Well, get out of your way, Candy. We know you're a busy lady.
Like I said, I've done nothing wrong.
The LAPD expects a little more cooperation. You'd better watch your back.
I absolutely screwed the picture on that one.
You hump. And get rid of that pig
It's a bunch of
stinker.
shite. It's a bunch of shite.
You ever pull that thing on me, I'll shoot you like a dog.
That bitch knows where Hammond is. She knows where my money's gone.
My money too, tough guy. I'll handle this. Bad people are looking to hurt Candy, and yet she's not heading straight for the train station? I smell a payoff. I say stake her out. See where she goes.
Absolutely fucked that one. Absolutely awful. Which is another thing, kind of, I want to retry. I want to go back and try again, and I understand why the game doesn't let you retry.
Tail is broad.
But I also don't want to mess up. I want to get it right.
Behind you.
Yeah, I won't be spotted reading a newspaper. Can I control the camera, please? Have you ever got the feeling that you're being followed? Or entirely irrational? Even if there's nobody in the street behind you, you're like, somebody's hiding in that hedge. Fuck off! Random 180. Also, you can't skip cutscenes when you fail.
Tail is broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
Yeah, for some reason when you're in this mode, the camera inverts. just noticed that the people walking in the background are incredibly framey. Sorry, I got really loud there. She just spun. Can I just shoot her instead? Like a real cop would. Exactly, Tune. Exactly.
Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted.
We were talking about the video game movies, right? That was a great one, it was, wasn't it? Sonic was a surprisingly good movie. I haven't seen the second one. I was kind of put off by Idris Elba being in it because he was like... He said so much shite. Saying that though, he was really good in the Suicide Squad movie. I like that. Idris Elba as Knuckles? Really? What else? Detective Pikachu was good. As stated, I don't think anybody was a big fan of Uncharted. There is the new Super Mario, which I feel like might not get a fair shot because Chris Pratt's in it. They do tend to do better with the animated movies than they do live action ones. Yeah, I would absolutely give it a shout just for Jack Black.
The trail.
It's quite a star-studded affair as well. There's a lot of actors in it. Obviously there's a lot of actors. What I mean is there's a lot of bigger name actors in it. I feel more better about doing normal stealth than just waiting for a... I have seen the Bob Hoskins one, yes. That is a fever dream of a film. Could you imagine the riots if they did
Gotta get closer.
a Legend of Zelda film? And then cast Chris Pratt as Link.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Yeah, the 90s Super Mario film was truly awful.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
People have already done fan trailers that sound a bit more like the game one, but he is supposed to be from Brooklyn. He isn't supposed to go, "It's me, Mario." He's Italian American, which is to say he's just plain old American. Jesus, could you not have caught the bus? Is there any other games? I'm gonna have to look this up when we're done on this mission to see what video game movies there have been. Mortal Kombat. The first one, the 90s one. Actually, the recent one wasn't too bad either. But the 90s one was great just for the cheese.
Bookmakers?
Yes. Surprise, surprise.
Why'd you get into the car, Cole? You could have leaned in the fucking window.
I gotta have it.
There's the guy. I hear he's an honest cop. There's an oxymoron.
A blonde woman just came in here.
In the paper?
She went out the
That's
back
the
way.
cop who solved it.
Said she was being watched.
How much did she collect?
$3,600. She cleaned me out.
On the Hammond Kid Galahad fight?
You got it. I'm not complaining. We all made a lot of money on that one. Huge plunge on Galahad, and then Hammond knocks the bum out.
So she collected the money and went out through the back door?
Nope. She made a phone call over there.
Oh yes, pencil game again.
And then left.
We're gonna do the pencil game again.
What are you doing?
The old pencil trick.
From the Marines.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. I mean, the address is all there, Cole. Oh, no, there's more underneath. I mean, it was obviously Hollywood, come on.
We know where she's headed. Let's get moving.
That's what they do in the real police. They come in at your house, they kick a door in, they grab a piece of paper, they all bust out their police pencils, and just scrape until they find some evidence, and then you're in the jail.
Car 11K 11 King, further to your request, Bumco Fraud has 3 known bookmakers operating out of storefronts in the Hollywood area. Thrifty Liquors, 6106 Santa Monica, the Examiner Drugstore, and a Max Spirits at 1658 North Cherokee. KGPL clear.
A car around the corner just disappeared there.
Hammond backed himself the win. And Candy is picking up the winnings. Smart play.
Question is Candy collecting on Albert's behalf, or is she cheating him too?
Hollywood. Oh crap. I do not stop. Just don't even put the siren on, I'm just gonna drive like a maniac. The famous Overwatch map? Yes, exactly. This is all Overwatch. This is all in the Overwatch universe.
Detectives Phelps and Earl, LAPD.
Relax, Cole. You just have a blonde in here, Mervyn?
Sure did. I'm just about to close up. I sure did. Hey, Belle, you wanna put on a fucking bet? She took me to the cleaners. 4,000 clams and change.
4,000 clams.
Hey, Olive. Gots to have me spinach.
How long ago did she leave?
Maybe 5 minutes. Called a cab. Asked for a number. I told her there was a card over there by the phone. A card? Over there by the phone.
In for the scrapey scrape? Nope.
Yellow cab. We need to get after her, fast.
Smoking my cigars.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Can you connect me to the Yellow Cab Company? Hollywood 2187, please. This is Detective Phelps, LAPD. You dispatched a cab to 1487 Ivar Avenue, Hollywood.
That guy was great.
Yes, sir. Send one round from the pool.
Do you have the number of that cab?
I didn't realize Steve got the voice acting.
Thanks.
Fucking hell.
We're done playing around. Get Mervyn to give us an address on Ray's place.
Hey, Mervyn.
You have any idea who Ray is?
Sugar Ray?
Not now, Mervyn. Cole doesn't have much of a sense of humor at the best of times.
Ray runs a shop up on North Cherokee Avenue, just south of Hollywood Boulevard. Boulevard?
Get in the car. Get the siren on. I know it's annoying, but
This
we'll get
broad's
it on for a bit.
planning on cleaning out every.
And the sound is still feels high to me. Dialogue's fine. She'll just.
Bookmaker in town.
Hammond needed to make sure he was getting a bigger payday than if he'd taken the flop.
Never trust the limeys, especially where a fight's concerned. A mistake we can't seem to stop making.
All units in the vicinity and any central unit. Citizen reports of 415 at 7th and Central. Unit to handle code 2. Identified.
He's gonna get whacked. Hey, don't whack me. No, I said don't whack me. You's whacking me. I didn't want whacked. Hey, oh, you's whacking me here. My cigar.
That's the cab waiting up ahead. She's not in the car. Don't get too close.
She must be inside.
We're on the move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab.
It's whacking me. Whack me, bro.
It was a comical.
How many stops is she gonna make?
Just because it was so the blue. Oh. How many police cars are in this fucking place? There's like
God
4
damn
here.
it. Everyone's looking at us, Cole.
Fuck off. Oh no, people are perceiving me. I don't want to be perceived, Cole. Where? Where? We all just rolling through that red light, yeah? Oh shit, too close, too close, too close. Nebula. I was saying that. That's why I was. Why we hadn't seen it again. I was surprised we hadn't seen it again because they didn't know they went bust.
That bitch is giving me what I'm owed. That's all I know.
You're a Roy. You're an arse piece, man. You're a fucking arsehole. If anybody's called Roy, I'm not referring to you. It is the Roy in the game. Just FYI. And hey, how welcome in, how the devil are you? As they say in Nowhere at all. They thought it would sell better. Got reviewed very, very well way back in the day. Very well. Everybody was raving about the mocap. Not bad, not bad. Just getting to the end of this, or approaching the end of this. Is this more tailing?
As the cannibals finished off eating the clown, one said, "Did that taste funny to you?"
Watch it.
We're glad it's Friday. We had a cheeky burger for our dinner. And we're just chilling out with some Ellie Noire.
Now? That's the cop from the newspaper.
You gotta be kidding. I could save all year and never.
She just gets shot.
Roy!
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame.
He said...
Just try and sit still, Candy. Who shot you? Was it Albert?
Car.
They're on the way.
Dead.
I have a patrolman searching the depot. The chief's putting together a manhunt for Hammond. He got the money, right?
Looks like it.
A tough bird, our limey friend. Using his girlfriend as the bag woman and then getting greedy over the split. He won't make it out of town.
He never did it.
I told you that cocksucker was a crook.
Is there any evidence to have a look at? We're going to inspect the scene? Yes, we are. Revolver. She tried to shoot him.
.32 caliber. One shot fired. The Egyptian Theater.
He just loves touching a crime scene, does our Cole.
So, what now?
The theater, I guess. We don't have much else to go on.
Loves rubbing his hands all over a crime scene. That crime scene? Can I touch it? You got a body there. You mind if I straddle it and move its face about a bit? Where's the car? You park all the way up a street for. This is the boxing one in advice. This is the vice table, and I think we're 3 out of 6 missions on this. I don't know, because I've never played it before. We were on a detective game.
The siren call.
Run.
Use it.
What the poor girl?
Oh, I said run. We were playing Sherlock and then jumped into this.
Half the precinct aren't taking a vacation this year because of her. You need to leave town a lot quicker than that if you decide to screw over Mickey C.
You played it in the get far recently or way back when? There's a couple of things, like you don't get to really free roam the city.
This seems like a long shot.
It feels a little dead.
Car 11 King.
Message from the coroner. The cause of death was a knife wound. Repeat, a knife wound. Revolver appears to have belonged to the victim.
Son of a
KGB all
bitch.
clear.
He stabbed her.
I thought you said real men use their fists, not guns.
That guinea cocksucker. You think he got the money too?
Come on, Roy. We're bringing this whole tragedy to its conclusion.
This is a 1 star, maybe a 2 star, but this is a fucking garbage rating on this one, I'm afraid.
Why'd you kill her, Carlo? Your gripe was with me.
What, bruv?
He was collecting the money for you. Mickey made it clear it was either me or you, and I intend to keep on living.
She stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
No, I let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up. Just like my manager set me up. Everyone wanted me to take a dive. Everyone wanted me to take the short money. It's
what?
The best kid.
You were washed up, kid! You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere!
Maybe, but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't for lack of trying, and it wasn't for lack of courage. I didn't have much, but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me!
You did it for yourself.
That's a 6-shot revolver, mate. You just fired 6 shots.
And Candy did it to make her dream come true.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got the money. All I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
You're gonna have to reload your gun, buddy.
We've heard enough, Arcaro. Put down your weapon.
That's 9 shots out of a 6-shot revolver. What the fuck?
Come on, Cole. Carlo's ahead. Hammond too when I find him.
Throw out the guns.
Who the fuck? Who the fuck's got the Tommy gun?
Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Eat shit.
Where are you?
You limey cocksucker.
So we gotta follow him. It's a double mag. You don't get a double mag on a revolver. Where are we getting to know where he's shooting from?
Take cover, you lunatic.
Find some cover.
Yeah, he's dead.
It's time to come out now, Hammond. Put the gun down, Roy.
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
Catch. Yascania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
Why?
Why?
Because I was a Marine and I once lacked courage. Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Except from everybody we shot. Everybody we shot did not deserve a second chance, but everybody else.
Fuck you!
Yes.
That English prick is getting away with my money, Phelps.
I'm hearing rumors of a fight that was fixed, of gangsters looking to get square, that LAPD cops might be involved. Either of you two sons of bitches know anything about that?
No, sir.
So, the dead wop who turned up in this theater, who used to be a boxing manager, who murdered Candy Edwards, has nothing to do with the fix?
Absolutely not.
Earl, you're doing venereal disease citations until you can learn to stop lying to me. Phelps, got anything to add?
No, sir.
Get your uniform from your locker. You're back on the street.
Are we on beat? Are we on patrol? We get to Whack people with a stick. Oh, there was only 3 questions and we got oh no. 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 Oh no.
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
I guess we didn't actually end up on the street again. I thought we were going to be on the beat. That would have been more kind of interesting, being a beat cop. Emphasis on the beatings.
I should start introducing.
Thank you, Chewie. Thank you.
Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps. Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
Roy, you are a despicable arsepiece.
You seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
I mean, to be fair, I did everything, as with every other case in this game. I've done everything, and you've just been there to talk.
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
You get that jaded as a cop. Why would you still be a cop? Well, this guy, because he's crooked.
Second floor.
And I mean, he's got a cheek. Our suit changes. He's been wearing the same peach. Is that peach-colored armed monstrosity since we met him? Tell me my suit looks rubbish. He's been fucking shoulder deep in a flamingo's arse. Should I have spoken to the guy to find out what fucking floor this was on? Hiya, buddy. Where am I going? Can you give me directions?
I haven't seen much, Detective. The suit's waiting upstairs. Can give you the story.
Well, that door's open, so I guess we're going in there.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug?
Oh, fuck off, Rusty.
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
I guess I'll walk this way then. Gorilla again?
Phelps?
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
We haven't had to look around. We just got in here.
Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning.
They are all the past people we've worked with, yes. Rusty and Bukowski.
Be my guest.
Ah, are we gonna strand? Fuck's sake. Phelps.
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Bite marks on her arm. Are we going to comment on them, Phelps? No? Nope. Fucking other arm.
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly.
The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Is there any other clues in here?
In these photos? There's something else.
A brush.
Optimistic, Cole.
Anything else? Nope. Nope. None of that.
Pretty girl like that.
Is there anything we could maybe tap on?
Got her heart broken.
I am Cole Phelps after all. I do like to tap on things.
So she ran herself a bath and down some pills, and then she just drifted off.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
So much drive. I'm sorry. I'm not.
More pills.
There.
Looks like barbiturates.
Cheeky wee tap tap. Is there anything in here we can maybe tap? Cool. You want to tap this? Up and.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Oh, there's more stuff. Open it, open it, open it. Pick it back up, you dick.
We should speak to her doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Secret drugs under her drugs. The perfect crime. That way you only get done for drugs.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Doesn't it, Cole? You think you need to look a little bit closer at this ladle here? Oh, and a wooden fork thing. Definitely need to be looking at that. Rolling pin.
Not much help.
They've been baking. Ironing. Oh my word.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
You just put it in the plug socket, mate. It's not that hard.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Yeah, put that one back because it's obviously one of the other ones.
Could have been a modeling assignment.
Let's open it up.
It's a place to start.
Let's open this one up.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Any more? Nope. Okay. No more secret notes. Let's have a quick look to see if we can spot any of those. Morph. No, we'll go back and we'll speak to the cleaner. Was it landlady? Wasn't the cleaner?
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
I mean, if you're going to do a shifty eye look, I'm going to have to doubt you.
Would she have killed herself for a man?
Jesus, Phelps!
Miss Julie would never have killed herself.
Fuck's sake!
She was a very determined young lady. One of those people who shake the tree for all it's worth.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Oh, come on, that's a doubt.
Men friends, Mrs. Reynoldson. Spill it.
I will not spread gossip about Miss Julia. She was very nice to me.
I don't care if she was the Virgin Mary's sister. Who was she humping? You changed the sheets.
You're disgusting. If you're going to take that tone, I won't answer any more questions.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Review the notebook. What else has she got? I think we're going to say this is a lie and pick up the Benzedrine prescription as a prescription.
You're hiding something, Mrs. Reynoldson. There's something about Julia's past that you don't want to tell me.
And how do you come to that conclusion?
Oh
young
wow, her
man?
face.
What makes you think I know anything about her past?
Oh, that could have been the sleeping thing.
You are being very crass, young man. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know you're trying to protect Julia, Mrs. Reynoldson, but it won't help us solve the case.
This will be another 1 star at this rate. I really want to go back and re-question them. I want to be able to redo the questioning.
You want to go digging around?
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
Midge the crass indeed. Ginger McCrastew. McCrasco.
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Too slow. Probably in this back alley. Too slow. And these boxes. Not these boxes. Not these boxes. In the dumpster? What? Come here. Tell me what you want. What I need to do. I'm pushing the button where you're supposed to tell me something.
I'm at a loss.
You want to go digging around in drains trying to support Mal's theory? You go ahead.
Drains.
I'm not getting my hands dirty.
We're looking for a drain? I've never seen a drain in this game. I like how that message started. Tss. T quadruple S. Tss. Hey. Tss. I'm a snake. Tss. Psst, you wanna buy followers? It was only meant for cats. Psst, 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 psst. You wanna buy some followers? Psst, psst. I don't know where you want me to look, game. Ah! 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 You fuckface, where's the nearest drain? There we go.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
I think our work is done here.
Then what? I don't know if we got anywhere else to go. Yeah, doctors. Can I still get like the shotgun from the boot while we're not in a fight? We're not in a shootout.
That's that cop.
No, no, you can't.
Seems like a decent guy.
Are we all prepared for our blackouts, by the way? As winter is coming, apparently we will now be experiencing blackouts because Tories.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Any available unit of 44 suspect to be taken into custody at Sunset and Ivar. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Hollywoodland. Does that used to say that? I just noticed it. It's the first time I've seen the Hollywood sign in this game set in Hollywood. Dr. Stoneman's practice, 2:52 p.m. I walked with Roy up to the door. I was tired of his shit. His suit was ugly, and he smelled like ass. What? Okay, the door's over here. I wanted to see Dr. Stoneman. He wasn't on the first floor. Maybe he was on the third or second, fourth, on the other floors. He was on the top. I wasn't looking forward to climbing the stairs.
Stoneman, office 505.
So I got the lift. Lift was out of order. I couldn't push the button. Couldn't bring my elbow up. Maybe Roy could push the button for me. Roy could not push the button for me. I eventually figured out how to push the button. I tried to close the door on Roy, but he
swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half the
Richard
days.
Cleaner Bolden, read the sign. Everything my pattern was not. I stepped out onto the 5th floor. 505, Dr. Stoneman. I walked in without knocking.
Yes, sir, your name?
Eat shit, I said to the lady.
LAPD, we'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Fuck you, buddy.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
What was your relationship with the
Did
victim?
you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Now the only thing we've got is the prescription. Made up to Julia in July 46. What year is it now? Shit. No, let me see the notebook. Fuck you. What year is it? Tell me what year it is. Can I get up?
You cleared my schedule for that? Clearly there's more, Detective.
No, let me get up, right. Can the game tell me what year we're supposed to be in? Is there a calendar or something about that would make me, like, know what day it is?
Don't think this is any use to us. Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Come on, game. How? People. No, that's the clues for a start. People. Okay, we're just gonna run with whatever we can.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
I want to see that's a line. See the
Julia
prescription.
Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
No, but we have access to the Benzodrine prescription.
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzodrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzodrine.
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzodrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Well, let's see. Because we basically just got him on that. So we would go with the sleeping pills as another lie?
We believe Miss Randall died of an overdose of morphine. You didn't prescribe her anything else, did you?
That is a very serious allegation to level at a doctor, young man.
Well, there's the sleeping pills.
I am well aware of what is prescribed under the Harrison Act, Detective. If you wish to make any other ridiculous accusations, I suggest you direct them to my attorney.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
We got one right. I mean, there's more than none.
Your investigation is much more important than my sciatica. I'm just in pain here. Leave me alone.
Shut up. Fucking dick. Oh no, my bones are sore. One out of two. Yeah, it's gotta be at least a 2-star. Roy, eat shit. No, Roy, fuck off.
The old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Isn't it just, Roy? Isn't it just? You're very astute. Get in the car, Roy. We're going driving.
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Maybe it's just the doctors you meet, isn't it, Roy? Because you're hardly the fucking pinnacle of society right there, are you? You're not a champion of the people. You're a rectum. You're a human rectum.
I think his name is Phelps.
Well, hello.
I read about
What
him in
can I
the
help you with
paper.
today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
This is in the trouble that she's dead.
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
There's no reason to doubt that.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
One of one correct.
Actually, yes.
Come
Heather
on.
Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is
She's
she?
a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
Especially because partly see-through. Just quickly review the evidence, because there was is that not in here? Well, it's obviously not evidence then.
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
There's no reason to doubt her here. I have no proof that proves otherwise. Truth.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
What evidence have you got? Just the jacket. And we really should have used that with the housekeeper. Truth.
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson.
2 of 2, come on.
To visit Hollywood Police Station. It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
And now she's full of death. Hello, operator. I just zinged someone.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
I like the destination setting. Obviously they've got the same thing with the map, but I like the notebook way of doing it. Not a drive.
This car cost me a fortune, you moron.
Oh, don't spend
Nice
money
move,
on cars.
Not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Any unit in the vicinity of 211 in progress at 3rd and Union. Stand by for further unit to handle identify.
Slow down, idiot.
Is this a different police station? Yes, isn't it? We're at a different police station. Hollywood Receiving Hospital, 3:40 p.m. I went to see Mel. He was gonna tell me about the dead body.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 Syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening, Mal.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Oh my god, you're such a dickhead.
Something else.
My partner was a lot like this buddy. Stiff, stinky, and ugly.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Yeah, I just said that. Those were the words that I just said. As the character. Maybe stop being a fucking child, Roy.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with 1 round.
I want to make comments.
Mr. Arnett,
You know
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
Exactly. Here, man, thanks for the lead. We don't have any evidence to prove otherwise with this guy, so truth.
And you
Fact.
were close? We were friends.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
We're going to doubt this because I have nothing to say in evidence that he's lying.
Spill it, Henry.
Oh, come
Nothing
on.
about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
We're fucking this. We can't. There's no evidence other than a smoking jacket that doesn't belong to him. Now,
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
well, we got it right,
told us
but
that
that
you
makes
were
no
in fact-
sense.
That's right.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. The Fighting Sixth.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
He's a liar.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
And pick up my laundry, shine my shoes, and if I come back later, I might need a kiss goodnight, alright?
He's in that car at the lights.
Is that... what color is that car? That is disgusting.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
You got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low...
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Yeah, so the one thing we caught him in a doubt on, right, made no sense because it's still at the end of that conversation, he didn't know who the guy was. Stupid game and I hate it.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Yeah, Henry, where are we going? I really want to turn the siren on so I stop crashing into cars. I wonder if there would be like a decent modern day police procedural game where you would be like using mobile reception towers to see if somebody was in the vicinity, see how much money you've got to spend on CSI to get bloods and fingerprints and DNAs done, that kind of thing, witness statements, canvassing. Going through his bins.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Oh, you know where I will be, Roy. You don't. Fuck you, buddy. Making sure he's actually going to go in the pawn shop. Yes. Radios. Yes. Lamps. Just crossing the road, eh? The icon's flashing, but I can see him fine. Okay, we're going to lose him now. Eat shit. Fuck off, I'm crossing the road. This is jaywalking, which apparently is a big deal in America. Which is, as I understand it, you cross where there's not a crossing. It's called jaywalking. And you can get fined for it or some such nonsense.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
Go to Mexico, eh?
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City.
Exactly, Scrimson. Hello, welcome in. How are we?
That's good. But this is better.
My God, it's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
These clams, there's only 600 of them. What does it say? Dear Beverly, with love and affection, always. Jay? I missed the balloon, I'm sorry. I do need to give that a wee sad sound, a wee sad single balloon sound.
Car 11K, 11 King, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Homicide detectives Bukowski and Galloway have information relating to the Randall case.
Roger, KGPL. 11K, en route.
I need to think of other wee redemptions as well, because everybody loves the star and the bird, but nobody uses them. We'll all mourn them when they're gone, but we need something else to replace them.
Putting you through now.
Oh yeah, maybe a wee sad. Wee, not like that, but like a
How can I help, Detective?
noise.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit. I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus 2 dames always equals problems.
He was as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit. What a fucking idiom that is.
Where'd you learn to drive?
There's a Judge Dredd game where you can arrest people for not having a fish license and stuff and send them to the ISO cubes for like 10 years. ISO cubes.
Come on, let's give him a hand. Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Oh, they both came this way anyway. Hey, fuck's sake! I guess this turned into a shootout. Shouldn't stand there, pal. That was in his face. It is Judge Dredd after all, Scrimson. He doesn't. It's the future. All the crimes are very strict.
Find some cover. Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Mind your business. Yeah, Judge Dredd like the film, so there's a lot of comics behind them. Not that specific film, but I used to have quite the collection of comics. They all got
Outstanding
destroyed.
Warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there. And it looks like he brought his
But
whole
yeah,
posse with him.
it's a dystopia, and the judges are judge, jury, police, executioner, all rolled into one, and they're very, very strict on crime to try and remove it.
Nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beat
So
a couple of years
any
back.
crime they could send you to the
Through a music
ISO
shop into a
cubes for
jewelry store. He got
a
40
ridiculous time.
I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
He was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
In
You haven't done too
this
badly yourself.
dystopia, they've the Americas are a nuclear wasteland, and there are a couple of very large cities called megacities,
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
and the judges run around it. It's a
Strong man held down Randall while someone administered
long-
morphine. Someone with muscle
long-running
opened up LeBlanc's skull.
series, and got some interesting stories in it. I mean, they took a step away from that yesterday, when they, as I said earlier, the Biden pardoned everybody who had a federal possession charge on marijuana, not for any drug. They're good on them for that, but you know, the police force is still overly brutal and racist and reliant on their guns first over anything else.
We caught up with Mao. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc. He worked burglaries with a big guy, goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where our net comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
The guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
You could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, Roy? Stefan?
Finbar?
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Oh,
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy.
Is this a wee tappy tap? Are we gonna tap tap?
Here you go.
Thanks.
Yes, come on. Get the fingers out. Come on, tap tap. We're looking for a Faberge. There it is.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
We're also looking for the pearl ring.
Even the engagement ring.
Tap tap.
Arnett is a cad.
Is that it? Any smoking jackets? Let's go through everything. Jacob Cleary.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I said, all's fair in love and war.
Do we recognize any names here? Why is this not ended? We can just tap everything here. Except that. I think we're done. Mrs. Eavestrom. But there's also this one. Okay, so there's the pearl ring. There is the silver pillbox. Is that one?
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
There we go. We got everything now.
I'm gonna make him take you to the pictures tonight. It's quite hard.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make him drive. Eat shit. You drive. Was it H? Nope. What's the button to make him drive? Maybe the this dickhead can do something for once. No, apparently it doesn't actually have that button somewhere. Cool. That's the out button. Get back in the car.
Whatever kind of look you were going for.
Take the next left turn.
So you and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes.
Good shit.
You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One of the best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
Goddamn maniac!
Years ago, you were missing the new whiteness and the natural brilliance of your smile. It's Dental Clean. Dental Clean toothpaste for powder. Don't delay. Ask the druggist for Dental Clean.
The druggist. They used to call pharmacists druggists. I guess they changed that. But that's, you crossed the entire road to bump into me, you prick.
Gosh, Mom, pancakes. That smells awful good. Yes, fresh pancakes made with mullen cakes are ready after a few minutes on the grid. In fact, Mullingar flour can be used for breakfast, lunch, and supper. For meals that are satisfying, good eating, and make your mouth water, use Mullingar flour, milled by the same family for generations. Mullingar flour was the first to use steel rollers to process grain into the high-quality flour moms love. Mom, we're out of Mullingar! You can cheer up, son. Call the grocer.
Listen to this flower advert. It's very American.
Are we undercover now?
Mullingar
Put the
flower.
siren on.
It does. It means that now. Yes. Hello, officer. I'm just on my way to the druggist. Beg your pardon? The druggist. Yes, I'm on my way to the druggist. The Boots druggist.
Nice house.
Nice house. Same if something should burn it down.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Hey, lady.
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Really? Valued at 10,000, so that's a lie. We're going to say that's a lie. Eat shit, old lady.
Lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom.
Who do you think you are, making heinous accusations in my own home?
Would it be fine if I made heinous accusations elsewhere?
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What's his name?
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Okay, well, there's not anything covering a 12-month period, so it's not more than a year ago. Is that a lie as well? Let's say that's a lie as well.
I think you know more about this burglary than you were letting on, Mrs. Eavestrom. There isn't an insurance claim involved, is there?
Are you accusing me of having my own home burgled?
They didn't put much effort into the, not into the
Possible proof do you
the
have for this
surrounding
scandalous
hair.
remark?
She's just kind of grey.
I would appreciate it if your friend finished his drink and the two of you left.
Eat shit, old lady.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You've only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Everybody's in the car, yes!
KTI Radio.
Right, let's set a location. Right, and then let's do some dangerous driving.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
There's nothing squirrelous about him.
Obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
What a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Hey, look, we're allowed to put civilians in danger, okay? We're doing dangerous driving. LA Noire Tokyo Drift. She does seem very unbothered. She just seems to be relaxing in the back and keeps touching her shoulder. I was expecting her to say, like, calm down and stop driving like this. Would you put that annoying fucking siren off? Right, let's put the siren off because it's annoying the fuck out of me. Maybe she stole the ring for herself. She's the mastermind. They've done a really good job of the music in the background. All the orchestra and everything is fantastic. The jazz, the dramatic jazz.
Son of a bitch!
One thing in this game I can't fault is the music. Very era appropriate, very LA Noire.
What the hell?
I just love bouncing this guy's car off his stuff. It is a really good score, yeah. There isn't much in terms of like game soundtracks where I would like load it up on a playlist and listen to it. And I don't think I would load this one up, but as part of the game where it fits in, it's very, very good and very well done. There are a few soundtracks I would listen to, but they're mostly the like Bastion and Transistor, the Hades game, and the new Metal Hellsinger thing. But that is pretty much just an album with a game attached. I love the music in the Supergiant games. It's Supergiant, I think. Well, whoever did Bastion and Hades and stuff, they did really, really good music. Is it Darren Korb? Is the composer for them?
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiance really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
Yeah, I live on top of that giant fucking forehead of yours.
PT detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Surely his fiance knows where he lives.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Oh, is he dead? No way you're going out that window.
Cole, this guy's our case.
Go on, get your hands in
Oh, I have to go for it. I have to chase him. Should let me kill him. Running. Just murder him. It seems to be almost American cops working anyway. Wait, what? Oh, we're going up this pipe. Okay.
Give it up, LAPD.
Just grab a hold of the plank and shake it. The game has never explained to me how to balance on that. The guy's waiting around the corner anyway. He's waiting for me. Planked. It planked, nerd. How many times is he going to get fucking battered from around the corner?
How did I get back here? Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
You going to Mexico?
Heather, you're honeymooning without her?
Come on, turn it so we can see it, Phelps.
Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
Liar. Anything else in here? No, just those two things. I don't want to talk. I want to go and nose up more stuff in his house. What are you got in here? What the hell is this? What kind of layout's this? Oh, wait.
Junk.
It is kind of like an office, but also like a bar, and for some reason there's a separate, like, room? It's like an open plan kitchen-y thing. But it's an office. Dartboard too, yeah, his own wee bar slash games room.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Then why is it in the game?
Don't think this is anything.
Somebody sat and modeled this shit and went, and then programmed it in so that you had to bend over, pick it up, look at it and go, this is a waste of my time. The open man cave. Open plan man cave. Right, let's talk.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
Who's Randall? Can we just doubt that? Or would we say the case? The case is proof against that.
You're lying, Henry. How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
He does have a black eye, yes. The Fabergé cigarette case,
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea.
Okay, so Julie Randall.
Get a list of society parties, find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate.
He's snaking indeed.
No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was gonna marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was gonna create A new gang.
Now, have you got any evidence to say otherwise in that situation? There's morphine involved. She looks like she wants to say something. Unfortunately, we can't ask her anything. I want to doubt him. I don't have evidence to say otherwise. Now, was he running because these burglars were going to be on him, or was he running because we were on him? I'm just going to doubt him for that question.
You wanted Julia Randall out of your life.
Why would he want that? Julia was our friend.
Julia was his hump, sweetheart. They were the Bonnie and Clyde of society burglars. He met you and realized he didn't have to steal anymore. He could just mooch from you. He needed Julia out of the way.
Julia was insatiable. She didn't care about anyone, not the least me. She was never going to go back to the poverty she came from. I wanted it to stop.
When a location gets struck off the location list, it seems to be when you're done with it. I'll just put a hand in there. But I need to adjust the camera because I keep cutting off this arm and a gesture with it.
Who is Henderson and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Now see, is that true? Well, we don't have... Is he telling the truth? We don't have the evidence to say otherwise. He's lying, but we don't have any evidence to say otherwise about regard it. There's no, who's Mr. Henderson? I mean, I can doubt him. We can say lie and pick up the smoking jacket? When is evidence mattered? That is true, yes.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
That wasn't remotely the question.
Looks like I made a mistake.
Doubt.
Give it up, Arnett.
Fuck.
You're facing the gas chamber. Give the judge some reason to commute.
You still don't get it, do you? Julia entrapped everyone. She was so beautiful. So goddamn cold.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
We go back to the doctor then. Why didn't he just say that? If they're going to reveal it anyway. Hey, get in the car. We're going to go and arrest this Dr. Dickhead. Good morning, I'm Dr. Dickhead and I'll be doing the rounds today. I see you've hurt your wrist. I prescribe 50 cc's of...
Guess the wedding's off.
morphine.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
Christ alive, this is a nightmare!
Right, floor it. Wow.
You should have seen yourself.
Just realized the time.
Back in
I will,
there like a
hopefully this is the end of the case and
Next
then we
time
can
you
wrap
can
up.
take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
Should have never told you that.
Any in the vicinity officer needs assistance, 1825 North Highland Avenue, 1825 North Highland Avenue. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Yeah, jeez. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on.
You idiot!
Eat shit, Roy. Fuck your car.
You better be insured.
Go on, come on, go faster.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
I don't think we're going to do well on this. Hopefully better than 1 star, 2 stars, whatever we were on before. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just faster, faster. Is everybody still working at this time of night?
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
Gonna swap those pinstripes for prison stripes.
The practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key.
I feel like he's gonna jump out the window.
What have I done?
There he goes! Come on, I saw that coming. I did. I saw it coming. Fuck you, Roy. You're a shite detective. I saw it coming. Hello, cleanup squad.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is
He's just standing there.
corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective
couple stretches in.
says to meet them there.
On our way.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Just leave her there crying. Bye, lady.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
And he really fell out the window.
She was incredibly beautiful, Roy.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
If Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
Where's my car? Fuck you.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am.
That's pretty gruesome.
Women as much as the next guy, as long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
Does he really live across the road? We're going to Willie's apartment, otherwise known as the Y-fronts. Get it, pants? Where Willie lives.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this, the kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
We can hear him.
Cole. You hear that?
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
I guess we're on the roof again. I didn't even see that pipe. I was reading chat. Love the sound of a good harmonica. Fair enough. They could go well with music. It's never something I'd like to listen to. Yeah, play that harmonica solo. Sounds a bit like a train whistle, but with a bit more tune. Why wouldn't you run down to the street, Roy? Whatever your name is. Your name's not Roy. It's his name, Willie. Jeff. Everybody's Jeff. Just call him Jeff. You're not getting me around that fucking corner again. Now this is the perfect opportunity for them to put some harmonica music in the chase. You're not getting me with that fucking pipe again.
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings.
There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
How many fucking bullets does he need?
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
No achievement there. What are we getting stamped? Is a 3 maybe at a stretch? Oh, that's a lot of damage. A 3. We can live with the 3. We did a lot of damage. What's that, like 60,000 in normal, in today's money? We'll see the intro to the next one. thought they were moving a log there. It's like it's World War II. Why would they need a log?
The whole company is gone, Hank. The major is dead. We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cows still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Say goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
Jesus, that's a bit rough. Fucking
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole. Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star and promoting you to First Lieutenant.
Earl Phelps, a shooting at the 111 Club, 6232 Hollywood Boulevard.
Sounds like a homicide beef.
2 of the dead guys caught in the crossfire were carrying Army surplus morphine. Get over there before homicide tramples all over the place.
We already cleared that up.
Judge in Pasadena took the big sleep yesterday. He had a personal stash of 20 cigarettes. Appears we didn't get all of it.
Okay, doke. Well, that can wait until Monday. That sounds like a Monday problem. Which is one of my favorite things to say at work, because that means it's Friday. Or, that sounds like a tomorrow problem. Or, that sounds like a you problem. We are going to... Thank you for that, Lewis. You've been waiting for an opportunity to drop out none of your goddamn business all night. Where's our wee star? You know what? We've not had a star in a while. Let's have a star. Let's have a bird. And let's have a laugh. Looks like I was going to eat that wee guy there. I'm going to see who's on. I am going to see who's on, and I'm going to send you onto the please stick about, and then I'll do all the thank yous and stuff. Who's a boot? Who is a boot and wants a wee raid? Let's give you a cheeky wee raid to... How long have you been on? Fuck, you might be finishing soon. How long have you been on? Sorry, this is always rough decisions about, like, how long have you been on? How long have you been on? How long have you been on? Fucking hate doing this. I'll send you on a Gamer Fiend. They're playing some DBD. You like DBD? We'll send you on it then. Say thank you very much for the subs, for the follows, for the chat, for the redemptions, for sticking about all night. Very much appreciated. Had a good laugh tonight. It was really good fun. I'm back on Monday for more LA Noire. I don't mean to say that to sound so surprising. I had real fun with the game when last time I was playing it. I didn't have as much fun. Yeah, I'll be back on Monday, usual 7:30 time. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy it, or else I'll find you. And we'll just leave that there. Have a good weekend and a wonderful night. I'll see you later. Say hi to Gamer Fiend. Joe.